patient gets admitted, a consult comes in, an opportunity crosses your desk. You react instantly because that's what you were trained to do. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Your first instinct might be the very thing keeping you broke. Medicine rewards speed, quick decisions, fast diagnoses, immediate action. That works beautifully in clinical care. But in business, it quietly sabotages you because your first reaction doesn't come from strategy, it comes from conditioning. Hospital employment feels safe, so you stay starting a practice feels risky, so you delay negotiating contracts feels uncomfortable, and just like that, your future is shaped by reactions you never questioned. Here's where it gets dangerous. Your brain interprets speed as certainty. If it feels obvious, it must be right, not even close. Your first reaction is built on past experiences, good and bad, fear of uncertainty, system based training that rewards compliance. In other words, it's not truth, it's habit. High performing physician entrepreneurs do one thing differently. They pause just long enough to ask a better question.
What would I need to know for this reaction to be wrong?
That single question changes everything. Because now, instead of blindly reacting, you're thinking, you're creating space between stimulus and decision. And in that space is where profitable practices are built. Sometimes your first instinct holds up. Great, move forward with confidence. But other times, you uncover a missed opportunity, a flawed assumption, a better path you didn't initially see. That's the difference between a physician who follows the system and a physician who builds one. Let's stop pretending this is a small issue. Every unexamined reaction is quietly costing you. Contracts you didn't negotiate, revenue you didn't optimize, practices you never started. And here's the part most people don't want to hear. The system is counting on your reflexes because reactive physicians are predictable, and predictable physicians are easy to control. Meanwhile, the demand for physiatrists is exploding, reimbursements are shrinking, and burnout is rising faster than ever. So the real question becomes, will you keep reacting or will you start thinking like an owner? Because one path leads to exhaustion, the other leads to healing your time, your income, and your autonomy. Let's make this real. Comment below, what's a decision you made recently on instinct that you're now questioning? Tag a physiatrist who needs to stop reacting and start building. Controversial take, the biggest threat to your success isn't lack of knowledge, it's trusting your first instinct without questioning it. You've been trained to act fast, now it's time to learn how to act right. You don't need to abandon your instincts, you need to refine them to become the kind of physician who is helping patients and building wealth, healing burnout by reclaiming control, hopeful about the future you're actually creating, because the goal was never just to practice medicine. The goal is to own it. If you're ready to start thinking like a builder, not an employee, the next level of your career doesn't come from reacting faster, it comes from deciding smarter. And that's exactly what I help physiatrists do every day.